everyone. It's Dr. Meghan Karol. Again, I am a pelvic health physical therapist and specializing in all things pelvic health. So today what we're going to be talking about is urinary incontinence. One of the biggest things that I like to sort of point about with incontinence is defined as any unintended leakage. So a lot of times I feel like we are quick to be like, oh, it was just a little bit. Oh, my bladder was really full, things like that. But unless you intended to lose control of that urine, it is technically incontinence. So if that's something that you're experiencing frequently, especially if you're wearing pads daily, you can walk into the grocery store, you can walk into a drugstore, and there's an entire industry that has normalized that this is a normal part of life. Here are all the products that you can do to manage that. I will say it is very, very, very common, but it should not be considered normal. There's a lot of things that you can do about that to gain better control and not have unintended urinary leakage. So even what is it? I like to talk about kind of the most common types of urinary incontinence. There's a couple of different ways that this can happen, but most commonly you're going to be experiencing stress urinary incontinence, urge urinary incontinence, or functional urinary incontinence. So stress urinary incontinence is that cough, that sneeze, the getting up from a chair, the lifting something too heavy. Essentially, when you're doing something like that, again, a cough, chumps, laugh, sneeze, things like that, or a movement that it's very heavy or challenging for your body, is you're creating a lot of pressure in your belly, in your abdomen. And essentially that pressure is all coming down, and it's the job of the pelvic floor to sort of catch that pressure and not let it overwhelm and lose that sphincter control. So you want your pelvic floor to be strong, well coordinated, but actually also a little bit pliable. Think about if we're playing a water balloon toss. If I'm tossing you a water balloon and you grab it really quick and really hard, it's gonna smash, but you're gonna catch it and absorb it and control that water balloon. Same thing, I also use the analogy, if you don't want your water balloon hitting down on a cement floor, you want it hitting down on a trampoline, but you also want to make sure it actually catches. You don't want something that, kind of responds too late. So that's stress urinary incontinence. Urge urinary incontinence is when you have the sensation, something your bladder is telling your brain, hey, I need to use the bathroom. And then as you're heading to the bathroom, the bladder kind of gets a little bit antsy and squeezes or spasms before you get to the bathroom where you actually want to release. So that's what urge urinary incontinence is. The inability to control that urge until you're at the time and place to release appropriately. Functional urinary incontinence is actually one of those things where it's kind of more so there's something else getting in your way to get to the bathroom in a timely manner. Maybe you don't have the mobility or the strength to stand up from your chair and walk to the bathroom in a timely manner. So you have the strength and the control, but only for a limited amount of time, and just your body can't quite respond, or there's something else that gets in the way of you getting to the bathroom in a timely manner. So stay tuned, because over the next couple of months, we're going to talk a lot about what you can do about that.